Welcome to 2 cents short of a dollar, the show where we give our 2 cents and keep it 100. We're your host, that's Motiz, and I'm Rue. Let's jump straight into it. So, Turkey Alashish is talking about funding Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, part two. And, based on the outcome of part one, I would say maybe people are not interested in part two, but then when Ryan pops 30 for the PEDs, now you get the rumors of talking, hey, what would have happened if he wasn't on those PEDs? So I do think if he puts the money behind fight number two between them, I do think people will tune in and watch. So first of all, will you watch it? And what do you make of those rumors?
Yes, I would watch it just out of curiosity to see how much of an effect the PDs had on Ryan Garcia's performance, right?
Mhm.
And I know they both agreed verbally that they want to fight each other, so I wouldn't believe that they'll both go against their word. Ryan has shown that he's willing to go in there with almost anyone. He's fought Tank, and then he went right afterwards. He fought a tough opponent, and then he went straight for Devin Haney, right? So Devin Haney's been fighting tough adversaries as well. Regardless of
Mhm.
how I feel, he went in there with Lomachenko. He was willing to fight fighters like Teofimo. He fought Regis, who was a big puncher, and he decided to go in there and fight Ryan. So I don't see why they wouldn't go and fight each other again. So I think it's probably likely.
Yeah, I could see it being likely too because I mean they're gonna get paid, right? Devin
Yeah.
Haney's taking some time out the ring as he come back on Twitter and let you know, like what he said, I could let you guys have like 3 months or something like that, just announcing his return.
Hmm.
After I think everything Ryan Garcia is going through, I think he's probably gonna be looking for a nice little payday as well himself. So I think
Right.
it makes sense, right? Turkey's gonna put the money behind it based on the controversy. People are going to want to see, right? Like you said, how much of an impact did the PEDs have? Was it something? Was it nothing? Um, Devin Haney's been kind of like playing this. Well, Ryan Garcia is playing the villain role, but Devin is trying to impersonate the villain role as well. We see them recently in some weird video where they surrounded some guy at like a fair or some kind of event, and then
Carnival.
like a carnival, and Devin Haney takes a swing at him. I think he hits in a new angle. He kind of like hits the guy in the chest, which is kind of weird. It's like, were you trying to do that? But as a professional, like you should be able to land on someone's jaw who's just standing still. You know what I mean?
uh,
But his entourage had the guy surrounded, and I'm sure you can get the clips. We can show you guys if you guys haven't seen it by now. So I thought it was really weird, and it's not going to help Devin Haney because people always make fun of him for not, allegedly hitting hard. Like when Devin hits the guy, there's no impact, but like one of his guys like dropped him or something. You know what I mean? But nevertheless, not to get off topic, all I'm saying is he's, controversy, bringing back the relevancy. Ryan Garcia is suspended for a year, but I think that's only in Vegas, right? So what if they fight somewhere else?
Yeah, I think either in Vegas or in the US entirely. So, because I seen a rumor that
No,
Ryan
New
Garcia
York.
was
It
like
was New York. New York. He's suspended by the New York State Athletic
the
Commission
Athletics
for a year.
Commission. Okay. And I presume I'm not sure where their jurisdiction kind of flows, but I'm not sure if it's in most of the US. But regardless, Ryan Garcia was actually looking to fight, I believe, in Japan at first. It was rumored that he's going to take on an exhibition out there. But if he fights Devin Haney, they're stating that it's going to be in Saudi Arabia. So they'll bypass that.
Yeah,
So that's not going to be an issue.
yeah, no issue at all. But let's get to the main issue at hand here, right? The Ostarine, the PEDs, right? So obviously there's going to be extraneous testing going into this one, probably more testing than I mean, I don't know. I've never gone through VADA or USADA or any of these testing, so I don't know how it goes, but it's going to be ramped up this time. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
let's say Ryan Garcia comes in, he's clean. Devin Haney is Devin Haney that we know. I have one more question too before you kind of tell me how you envision that fight going. What weight do you envision it being at?
Probably at a catch weight, maybe like 145.
Because
Probably
before
147, to be
Because
honest.
before
But
this, Devin was talking about allegedly fighting Mario Barrios at welterweight. So he's struggling with that 140 weight. You can see it. And
yeah.
Ryan is on record saying he can't make it. So should they both just fight at a new weight that they can come to, you know what I
I
mean?
think more than likely because Devin Haney did say he's no longer fighting at weight class. He's fighting at catch weights.
He's fighting
And
at wherever he wants to fight at
yeah,
because you call the shots now
yeah.
afterwards.
He said F the belts, F weight classes. I'm going to fight wherever I want to fight. So he's open to catch weight. So I wouldn't be surprised at 147 or even a catch weight at 145. Who knows?
145, right? 145 sounds about right. Okay, but so what do you see happening in a rematch?
Ah, man, I mean, I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. I think in the rematch, if Ryan Garcia gets in shape and he's at least halfway focused, even without the PEDs, he beats Devin Haney. And that's
Mm,
saying that Devin Haney, if Devin Haney goes into the fight thinking, Ryan Garcia is still not as good, or he's thinking, Ryan Garcia won because of the PEDs. If he
yeah.
doesn't make the necessary adjustments and fix that bow and arrow, punch, and
Hmm.
make sure he keep that right hand here while he's jabbing, he's going to be in for a long night again.
Yeah.
And and there has to be a stat on this on rematches. I'm pretty sure usually rematches occur. Usually the victor wins again. So in terms of probability, it's likely that Ryan can win, but hopefully, of course, Devin Haney shows us, how great he is, and he makes the necessary adjustments and shows that. And that will be the tricky part because I have a question for you, right? Because if Devin Haney wins, will that kind of push the narrative that Ryan Garcia only won because of PEDs?
It'll push it, but I won't believe it. And
Okay.
so here's why I don't believe that he won only because of PEDs, unless the rest of his career has been dirty as well. Because if it has not, we all know and can agree Ryan has power, right?
Right.
Now, if you say the PEDs gave him a little more power, maybe, but he's been knocking guys out. He's been that fast. If he's been clean his whole career, right? And it's the only time he's tested dirty. But if he's been dirty his whole career, then yes, then he won because of the PEDs, right? But if he's been clean his whole career, two things we know: Ryan is fast as hell. Ryan can punch hard, right?
Right.
Everybody knows these two things. And without the PEDs, which he has been for 20 some odd fights before this one, he had those two things. He's going to come into this fight clean with those two things still. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if that left hook still is hitting as hard as it's been hitting guys, Devin's still going to have a problem when he gets hit by it, unless he figures out a way to not be hit by it. And I have no faith in that when you come out in this huge fight and the one thing that you said he can do you tried to take away, and it was the first punch you got hit with in the fight, then I just think at some point in time in this next fight, he's going to get hit with it again. And I think his chin may just react the same to it.
He said he got a glass chin, pillow hands. A bad combination, man. I will have to agree with you. Yeah, I don't know if Devin Haney could beat Ryan Garcia. And it's crazy because he's more skilled, but just that left hook is just so fast, so deadly,
Mhm.
and you can't necessarily make that adjustment when you train for it. And then also, we're factoring in that was his last fight. So he's not going to go and take a tune up. He's
Mhm.
jumping right back into this fight. So
Yeah.
that's less time for him to really adjust unless he goes through a rigorous training camp and make the necessary adjustments and prove to us, he's a great fighter. But to be honest with you, not buying it, man. I think Ryan clips him again, bro.
Yeah. So you taking another stoppage, or you think like a decision win? Wait, no. This
That's a
one
good
this one
question.
went the distance. Sorry. This one ended up going the distance.
Distance, but it looked like a stoppage. the way
Yeah.
the way he
You.
beat that boy, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yo, I think if you go to Boxer right now, it might have it. Let me look it up. I think
Now remember, it's overturned. It's overturned. It doesn't exist
no, I'm
anymore.
looking at the preview before I got overturned. It says Ryan Garcia by murder in the 12th. So nah, but yeah, they got to overturn. But nevertheless, yeah, man, we'll just have to wait and see. I'll say this though: there's more on the line going into this fight, and we had this discussion, but there's more on the line on Devin Haney. Is a make or break for him.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think it's
yeah.
a make or break for him.
I don't think mentally he'll be able to come back from losing again to Ryan Garcia, especially if it's in a similar fashion.
I agree. And then if
Right.
he's clean this time,
Yeah, yeah.